Hey everyone, it's me, Woodland, and welcome to my live stream. Today I will be talking about some breaking news in regards to this entire Chrisley family drama. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this entire situation, okay? So if you all have not heard, I see some people coming in the chat. Hey, how are you? We're talking about this Chrisley family drama that has been going on. So if you all have not heard family drama, the family has been going through a lot of turmoil lately. Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley have recently pled not guilty to numerous felony charges, including wiretap fraud, tax evasion, etc., etc. Now, Todd Chrisley accused Lindsie Chrisley, which is his daughter from his first marriage. He accused her of actually going to and leaping or snitching or telling the police who was actually behind the stint, which eventually led to him getting some sort of charges. So after he was trying to say that his own daughter Lindsie had actually told the police this stuff, now he also claimed to extort her. This is all alleged. Now he claimed that he wanted to extort her by actually releasing some sort of sex tape or some sort of tape Lindsie had with a Bachelorette star that goes by the name of Robby. So I'm going to get right into that tea. But first, I'm going to take my attention to the live stream in the chat and see what everyone is up to. Hey, everyone. Hey, I see everyone in there. What are y'all up to today? We're talking about this entire Chrisley family drama that's going on. I'm pretty sure you all have heard of this Chrisley family drama that has been going on. I'm pretty sure you all heard of that. So without further ado, we're going to hop into what Robby Hayes has said, because he has come forward and he has spoken out on this. So I'm just going to say hey to everyone in the chat before I do that. So Robby Hayes he's best known for being on the show called The Bachelorette. Now, he has spoken out on this entire situation in regards to this tape that's supposedly going to be leaked out, from extortion from Lindsie's dad, Todd Chrisley. So he stated that it was not necessarily a sex tape because it was not malicious intent. It wasn't deliberately set up to actually film any sort of acts on camera. They were actually caught on camera by a friend's puppy cam. So numerous sources are reporting that they were actually caught on camera inside of a home or any, home, apartment, anything like that. And the camera that they were caught on was actually intended for the animals in the home. Now, he did say that obviously it was an accident and they did not mean to be caught on camera. However, he is just definitely denying the fact that it was a deliberate sex tape on behalf of him and Lindsie. So what do you all think about this situation? Because I just feel yes, it's definitely embarrassing to be caught on your friend's, puppy cam, doing some crazy things. But I think it's even crazier at the fact that Todd Chrisley, who's Lindsie Chrisley's father, he's claiming that he allegedly claimed that he wanted to extort his own daughter with a sex tape. And it's just where's the love in that entire family for you to say I'm going to want to release my daughter's, tape? I just feel like that's definitely, that screams red flags. That screams that this family is not really that close, or at least Lindsie is not really that close to her father if he's willing to go to those lengths, because he truly believes that she's the one that ratted him and Julie out to the police. Now, I think this is so sad because, as we all know, Lindsie has had extramarital affairs, and it did state in the article that they've been trying to keep a lot of her extramarital affairs under the rug. They don't really want people to know about that. But I think it's so sad when you have your own father saying that he doesn't mind allegedly extorting you and just, putting this tape out there of you and another guy sleeping with one another. I just think that's sad that she's even having to go through that with her own dad. I'm going to say hi to people in the chat. I see some people flooding in. I just started this live stream, so you guys have not missed anything. I'm just talking about this entire update with the Chrisley family drama and how Todd Chrisley was saying that he wanted to allegedly extort his daughter Lindsie with some sort of tape. Now, the guy that was allegedly on the tape, he goes by the name of Robby Hayes, and he's best known for being on The Bachelorette. And he spoke out and said that it was not a deliberate tape or anything like that, like caught on camera. It was actually like a puppy cam in a friend's home, like stuff like that. And they were actually caught on like that security camera, engaging in those sort of acts, and that it was not like, like a setup, or it wasn't like a camera to deliberately film any of that. And he's definitely sickened at Todd Chrisley's behavior towards his own daughter, because it's sick, and it's definitely sad that you have your own biological dad willing to go that far because of his own wrongdoings. I mean, mind you, Lindsie Chrisley doesn't have anything to do with these scandals that her stepmom Julie, has going on with Todd. That has nothing to do with Lindsie. They're the ones breaking the law. They're the ones that, allegedly has tax evasion. Allegedly they're over here doing wire fraud and all this stuff that has nothing to do with Lindsie. So even if she did say something to the police, I mean, that doesn't make her wrong. Maybe she just didn't want to be tied into it. Hey, I see everyone. Hey, Eric Luna. Hi, Londi J. TJS, how are you? Yeah, it's definitely sick. Hey, Melina. Hi. Hi from California. Amber said he admitted that. Wait, what? Yes, Todd Chrisley allegedly admitted that he has no issues with extorting his daughter with her own adult tape. That's what he said, allegedly. I'm going to keep saying allegedly. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, for sure. This family is definitely going through a lot of drama. Hi, Michelle, Southern Cali girl. Hi, Christina. How are you? Oh, Sheila said you're at work. You can't watch. Oh, I'm so sorry. You can watch it back later. Yeah, this is definitely some good tea. I've never liked the Chrisley family. The show is weird, gives off strange vibes. Yeah, for sure. It's super sad. And like, I think when it was initially breaking news, I think a lot of people were shocked because they seemed like this picture perfect family. Like, this reality. They're rich, they're famous, they have a lot of fans, they have a lot of followers that tune into their show. I mean, and when this actually broke out, this entire story, I think a lot of people just were taken back by this because they didn't know what to believe. They didn't know whether it was true. They didn't know whether it was not true. They didn't know whether Todd was telling the truth, or was Lindsie telling the truth. Like, people just really didn't know what was going on. And the fact that he allegedly said, like, I'm gonna, send out this sex tape. And it wasn't just Todd Chrisley that had said that. It was actually Lindsie Chrisley's brother as well. He stated allegedly that he was actually willing to go ahead and submit and, send her tape out publicly too. And I'm just like, for you all to me, it just screams a sense of narcissism, because for you to sit there and, you broke the law, you were wrong. And for you to sit there and say, well, because I suspect that this person is what told the police, I'm going to try to, harm them. I'm going to try to blackmail them. I'm going to try to do this. And then your family on top of that, I just feel like it's just a situation to where no one can be trusted, really. I mean, not even your own family nowadays. Your own family can't be trusted. And I think with Lindsie, I think it's smart of her to distance herself away from her family at this time. She stated numerous times that she is just distancing herself from her family. She's never been super close with them. She's never really hung out with them recently because of all this drama. And I think that's what's best right now, because if they are behaving in that manner, I really don't think she needs to be around them, because they cannot be trusted. And the fact that they're the ones that did wrong and they want to kind of like take it out on someone else, to me, is another sense of narcissism, because it's just like, you are the ones that did wrong. Julie, which is, Lindsie's stepmother, they were in it. Julie and Todd were in it together. They were in cahoots, and now that they've been caught, they're kind of looking for a scapegoat, or they're looking for someone to blame. And I just think it's super crazy how you're trying to blame someone for your own wrongdoings. And I think that's not right. And I think Lindsie has every right to feel whatever she's feeling at this time. I mean, what do you all think about this? And the fact that Robby Hayes from The Bachelorette actually had spoken out on this, saying like, look, it wasn't that type of tape. I don't know why her father wants to even do this to her. I mean, it's sad. And then Todd Chrisley also, according to numerous sources, he's saying that he still loves his daughter and that she is still in his heart and all this stuff. But I feel like he's just trying to maybe backtrack on a lot of things because he's getting a lot of negativity. He's getting a lot of negative feedback. He's getting a lot of heat from this entire situation. So I'm going to go to my chat. What are you all saying in my chat? I see people just talking away at the situation. Hi, I see everyone in the chat. Someone said Todd always had a weird close relationship with Savannah. It doesn't surprise me that he tried to do it to Lindsie. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But no, I did read online that, they did have some sort of close relationship. I just thought it was like, family, but maybe it was a little weirder. Maybe it was a little more, allegedly. I don't know. I think Todd, he looks weird. He has like a lot of surgery for sure. Someone said Todd admits to all the Botox he gets, but when Chase got his tattoo, Todd made him get it removed. Oh wow, why? Oh wow. It's a lot of drama with family. Back when their oldest son got into trouble, yes, Lindsie shouldn't be cheating, but how dare Todd? I agree. I mean, if you're in a marriage, definitely, having extramarital affairs is obviously bad, but you don't deserve to be blackmailed for it, which is what you said. I think people mess up, people make mistakes, and, they're probably not proud of their mistakes, especially if it's publicized to where millions of people know around the world of your extramarital affair and what you did. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lindsay is not proud of that, but the simple fact of her dad saying, I'm going to take your tape, it makes me wonder. Did he watch it? Like, it's weird. It's almost like a Farrah Abraham and her father, Michael. Michael has admitted, I mean, there's a credible article that I did a video on my main channel here, Yasmin Willand, and it's when this entire scandal broke out about Farrah Abraham and Teen Mom and her actually doing an adult film. There was pictures of Michael with Farrah and her daughter Sophia walking into these meetings and negotiating the money that was going to be paid to Farrah for her adult tape. Michael went with her. To support his daughter in negotiating a contract for a tape. So I think maybe the relationship between Todd and his daughters are kind of weird. Hopefully it's not something to that magnitude, but I can definitely see that this entire situation is not going to be resolved any soon. And I think that Lindsie will definitely be affected by this for a long time. And there's also another guy that is that allegedly slept with Lindsie, while she was married. So I think this is an embarrassment to her. So I think Todd Chrisley wants to use that type of embarrassment or that type of tape to shame her. And I think it's sad, and especially when it's not even a tape that they deliberately tried to film. They were just accidentally caught on tape. It's no different from just making out in the elevator and there's like an elevator camera and like, oops, I didn't know it was a camera here and I just made out with someone. I mean, it's probably something like that. They did not know that they were actually caught on tape. They were actually caught on camera. So once again, I think Todd and I think Julie, they're facing a lot of time. If they actually get convicted of all these things, again, this is just a couple of things: tax evasion, wire fraud, stuff like that, like embezzling and all this stuff. They can get a lot of time away in jail and prison because of these charges. And I personally do not feel like this is something they can come back from, because I read an article that alleged that they were trying to sell their mansion, their home worth millions. They were trying to sell it to actually get some money back. to pay off all this tax evasion. And to me, it's like, how in the world can you not pay your taxes each and every year and you think it won't catch up to you? I mean, all that money that family has made and was making and still is making, you can't pay your taxes, but someone who works at like a supermarket pays their taxes each year, but you can't pay yours and you're millionaires. It makes no sense to me. I just think they're crooked in their ways. I'm just trying to, I don't know if as a person, I don't know if they're good or bad, but a lot of the choices that they have made thus far have been really crooked and really sketchy. So this is an update today in regards to Robby actually speaking out from the Bachelorette. And he's like, we've moved on from that. He said that him and Lindsie Chrisley actually spoke recently, like a couple of days ago, about this entire incident. They said they're dealing with it. They talked it out. And he's actually there to support Lindsie, because that's to me, that's great, because Lindsie seems like she doesn't have much support from her family. So whatever close friends she has is great, because in a situation like this, Lindsie definitely needs all the support she can get. So I'm gonna turn my attention to this chat to see what you guys are chit-chatting about. I see some major points that you all are talking about here. Someone stated, sometimes your family will hurt you the most. You're absolutely correct, especially in this case. You're absolutely correct. Your family is the one that will actually, hurt you the most. If your family, you would do anything to protect each other no matter what. Yeah, that's true. And I feel like in this situation, it's all about money. Money is the root of all evil. Money can make you kill. Money can make you turn on your friends. Money can make you turn on your spouses, your babies, your family. Money can tear a family apart. So at the end of the day, it's not, in regards to this Chrisley family, I don't really think it's about love and loving one another and protecting one another. I think it's about money. Oh, you ratted me out allegedly to the police, so I'm going to try to hurt you, hurt your reputation, so that whatever you try to do to make money to, have a livelihood for yourself, that's going to be tarnished. Your character is going to be tarnished, and everyone is just going to know you as this person that was on this tape having an extramarital affair. It's not about love with them. It's definitely about money. And I think it's sad that when you are already living in a world that's already cold-hearted, essentially, we're living in a world that doesn't really have love, where no one cares about anyone. If your own family doesn't care about you, then who do you truly even have to lean on, if that makes any sense? That's why my heart goes out to Lindsie in this situation, because I don't know, I can't imagine my own biological father looking me in my face and being like, I'm gonna send your tape out because I think you snitched on me for breaking the law. Like, that sounds super absurd, right? If your family, someone said, to go this far is just dirty. Yeah, definitely dirty. Sure. Yeah, legal actions. Blondie, you have a good one. See you later. Don't work too hard. Someone said, the Chrisley family Todd is reminding me of Janelle Evans looking for anything to exploit someone and hurt them or drag them into drama, and it's sad. Hey, Willow84. Yeah, definitely keep Lindsie in your prayers for sure. This makes me sad. I always loved Todd. I always loved Lindsie. And Caitlin's friendship was so strange. I always thought Lindsie and Caitlin's friendship was so strange. So are you referring to Caitlin from Teen Mom, the one that Lindsie Chrisley has a podcast with? Or are you saying Caitlin like someone else? But yes, everyone. So that is the update in this entire situation with the Chrisley family drama. I read online that they have court coming up pretty soon. But nothing has been finalized or anything like that. So, yikes! I mean, they have a lot to deal with, and I think greed, I think evilness, I think all those things all together is what ultimately is going to lead to the Chrisley family's demise. Mind you, they have a TV show. So in the event anything happens, that can be put on the line too. Like, wow, so they've been possibly convicted or anything like that. So we don't want to contract with them to do a TV show anymore. That can happen. That can definitely happen too. You have to, when you do illegal things, you have to look at the consequences. And I feel like in this case with this family drama, they didn't look at the consequences. They just saw greediness. Oh, money, 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 money. And they did everything in their power to not sit over here and, pay taxes, and they're, fraudulently taking money. They're sending money illegally to be hidden. They're doing all this stuff. And I never understood why people do that, because it's just like, if you're already rich, I just read recently, the average retirement for an American or for just a person is $108,000 per year, given that you own your house and you own your car. If you are a millionaire, right, then you can't retire from that. If the average retirement is $108,000 and you have millions, then what's the point of, hiding money and doing all this stuff? You're retired. You are technically retired. You're rich. You're retired. Take whatever honest money you have and make investments, or, save it, or, live well. Honesty is what definitely gets people to a place of it just tarnishes everything they have going for them, because they're not honest. They don't do honest things. They're doing illegal actions. You need to be honest, especially when you're already making millions of dollars. I mean, their show was highly sought after. The Chrisley family, or Christy Knows Best, they have that entire show and people loved it. They had tons of fans. They were making a lot of money and the ratings were through the roof. So with that being said, why do you need to go as far as hiding money, sending money, allegedly sending money and doing all this stuff, not paying your taxes? If someone with a W-2 that gets paid $500 every 2 weeks, if they can manage to pay their taxes at the end of the year, then so can they. Like I said, it's about greed. They didn't want to pay taxes. They wanted to get all the money, but they didn't want to give out what they owed, like everyone else owes. Everyone pays taxes, or majority of everyone pays taxes, except for like maybe that 1%. But everyone has to play their role. Everyone has to live. Everyone has to survive, and they are not above the rules. And in this case, I feel like they felt like they were above others, and that's why they landed in hot water, and that's why they're, facing all these felony charges, which they pled guilty to. But they have enough evidence. The numbers don't lie, bank statements don't lie, all this stuff doesn't lie. They have a paper trail. So you pled not guilty, but if they have all this evidence against you, then you're SOL. You know what I'm saying? So this entire situation is just sick to me. I feel like they dug their own grave. They dug their own hole, and now they have to sit over here and lie in it. And they need to stop trying to blame this on their daughter Lindsie, when she has allegedly she has nothing to do with it, and she's not the one that engaged in illegal actions. So how can you try to take your anger out on someone who didn't even do anything wrong to you specifically? Y'all are the ones that's doing stuff. Y'all are the ones that's doing stuff that could potentially be felonies. So, or that are felony convictions. You just haven't been, convicted of yet. Just been charged. Lindsie has nothing to do with it. I'm gonna look at this chat, see what you guys are talking about. I see someone say, yes, they're money hungry as always. They've always been money hungry. Yes, for sure. They seem money hungry, even when they have tons and tons and tons of millions of dollars. They're still money hungry. Someone says, I think her dad, Todd, has exploited her, and I think it's disgusting. Yeah, I just was talking about how he allegedly was going to extort her and exploit her and blackmail Lindsie Chrisley with a tape that she did with Bachelorette star Robby. And it's just like, wow, like it just takes you back to a place of just betrayal, if you will. It's the difference from your friend backstabbing you, but when your family does it, I think it hurts deeper. I really do think it hurts deeper, and it's sad. It's so sad. If you all are new here to this chat or new to my channel, welcome. You're more than welcome to subscribe. I welcome all newcomers. Thank you so much. And if you all see anyone new on my chat, make sure you give them a warm welcome to this channel. Thank you all for tuning in. So I'm going to keep reading some of these comments. Someone said, yeah, they're greedy and corrupted. Yeah, your family should always come first before money. That's true too. But that's never the case. That's never the case with some families. They put money first, they put themselves first. They are not selfless. They're selfish. And that's definitely true. I find this to be extremely disturbing. What father and son are okay with exploiting their daughter and sister? Yes, with a tape. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. Allegedly, innocence proves guilty. Let's see what the court's just saying. Yes, I keep saying allegedly over and over in my live stream because no one really knows what the court is going to deem guilty, not guilty. So I definitely make sure I say allegedly. I've been saying that word like maybe 1,000 times in this live stream because, again, this situation is definitely sensitive until they get to the point of getting to the courts and having, their time to speak and their lawyers together, the evidence. So, yes, I'm definitely saying allegedly because, as we all know, the law says you're innocent until proven guilty. So we have to make sure that we are definitely mindful of what we say. However, we are still able to give our opinions on this. And my opinion is that I just think it's super sick as the brother too. Someone mentioned in my chat. And I mean, we've been directing our attention towards, Todd, her father, but we also have to look at the brother too. Like, you're willing to put your sister's tape on the internet? Like, are you kidding me? It's just so sick, and it's so sad that they are willing to do this. That just tells you right there that they don't view her as, oh, my love, I love my family. This is my sister. We're blood. I love you. It just shows that they really don't have love in their hearts if they are willing to do something like that, especially as your brother. I mean, I have 2 older brothers, and I love them dearly, and they love me dearly, and I can't imagine them being like, well, sister, you pissed me off, so I'm going to try to dig up whatever I have on you, which isn't anything, but I'm going to try to dig up anything on you to try to exploit. I can't imagine my brothers just doing that. I just think it's heartbreaking. Her entire family has turned against her, so she's alone. Who does she have? That's sad. And then it's like she didn't even do anything. Someone said Kale. Yes, Kaylin Laurie. Kaylin Laurie and Lindsie Chrisley, they have a podcast together called Coffee Combos, which I have been meaning to listen to it because, believe it or not, regardless of Kale and she can be crazy and stuff, I am interested in hearing her podcast because what I like about Kale is that she's super opinionated and she speaks what's on her mind. So I have looked at Lindsie Chrisley and Kale Laurie in their podcast, Coffee Combos. I don't know if Lindsie is a good fit with Kale for Coffee Combos because sometimes when I did tune in to Coffee Combos with Kale Laurie and Lindsie Chrisley, it seemed like Kale is the one that did majority of the talking and not Lindsie, but maybe I'm just misinterpreting it because I haven't, been tuned in that much, but I don't know, maybe their friendship is a little weird. I know Kale Laurie did speak out on this situation not too long ago. She did tweet out and said that, send prayers to Lindsie Chrisley at this time. And then she also shared articles about, she shared gossip articles about Lindsie Chrisley's family. So I don't know where their friendship lies. I'm not too sure, but that's a great point that you actually did, bring up. Just checking out this chat. Thank you, TJS. You're awesome, TJS. Again, if you all are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We talk about all the tea, all the juicy news. I talk about all these not controversial, but I do talk about viral news, celebrity news. I do talk about TV shows. I do commentary and recaps on TV shows. I do it all. I'm not just a one platform thing. I don't talk about just one show. I kind of try to expand my horizons a little bit and talk about everything in the news that's kind of going on, especially if it's viral news and that everyone is super emotional about and they want to talk about. I definitely want my channel to be the place to where people feel safe and comfortable to come here and talk about these things, especially if we share the same mindset. I think it's super amazing to have that connection with other people virtually So thank you all for tuning in. I mean, I love just talking about different topics, and I love watching the chat, reading the comments, and seeing what you all think as well. Because sometimes I feel like I'm alone in my mindset, like, oh, I think that's right, or I think it's wrong. And then I will look at my comments, and you guys are literally agreeing with me, or maybe you're disagreeing. I just love hearing all the feedback that I can get. Someone saying most families would cover up a tape, but they're the ones that put it out there. Oh, for sure. They said it themselves allegedly that they don't mind putting it out there. That's for sure. Someone said, my biggest issue isn't their tax issues, it's the fact that this father and son are exploiting their daughter and sister. I feel like they had to even watch the tape. I feel they have way deeper issues. I said that earlier in my live. I'm like, do you all think Todd Chrisley and her brother watched her tape? Yikes, that's kind of creepy. Like, I was kind of comparing it to the whole Farrah Abraham and Michael Abraham from Teen Mom situation, because there's been a lot of speculation that Michael Abraham watched Farrah's tape because he was there negotiating. He actually was there with Farrah negotiating the contracts for her to sell her tape. Do you all remember that? I did a video on that not too long ago. So I'm just like, did Todd watch the tape? Like, what's going on with that? Like, that definitely screams creepy to me. You're not supposed to do stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know. What do you all think? Do you think he watched it? Do you think the brother watched her tape? Like, what do you think? Remember, it's half sister, so it's sad to see he's doing this. It's still family, half or not, for sure. For sure. Yeah, half sister, half brother. It doesn't matter if it's a half anything. You're correct. It's still considered family, and you're still supposed to have that love in your heart for them, Anyone else feel the same? I made it back. Oh, hi, Sheila, you're back. I hit the like button. Yes, I think they watched it. Hi, Sheila. So, yes, a lot of people are definitely agreeing with you, and me too a little bit. I feel like they definitely did watch that tape, and that's, like, creepy. Like, as a half brother or brother, or as a father, you're just sitting here watching your daughter and your half sister just get down with another guy. Like, oh my gosh. Like, this entire situation is sick. This entire situation is sad, and I am definitely eager to see how it will definitely play out in court, because I'm not gonna lie to you, with situations like this, you sit back and you watch the courts, give justice, right? And I don't know, I just hope that their fame and wealth doesn't carry any sort of weight in court. Like, oh, well, this is a Chrisley family, so let's just kind of dismiss everything. I think they should be held accountable like anyone else that does any sort of wrongdoing or any sort of, like, felonies. I think they should be held accountable if they're found guilty. I've seen so many famous people get away with so much because they're famous. They're rich. They're famous. I've even heard of Janelle Evans and David Eason. I even heard that allegedly they even requested a new judge, or they bribed someone, or like they got a new judge that was actually a family, or not a family member, but they actually knew that judge personally. So when Janelle and David Eason was going through that entire custody case, that judge initially was saying, like, you guys can't get your kids back. You have to go through these classes and these classes. Janelle and David requested a new judge, and people were speculating that the new judge knew David Eason and Janelle Evans personally. So shortly after, they got their kids back. So I'm just thinking, like, well, I hope this is not a situation to where money and fame can keep them from being responsible for their own actions if found guilty, because I see that happen all the time with famous people. They can literally hit someone, have a hit and run, and not get charged because they're famous. They can assault people and they not get any charges because they're famous. They can do so much wrong and not get charges because they're famous and rich. So I hope if they are found guilty that they do suffer the consequences for being guilty and for, doing that negative stuff that they should not have been doing in the first place. Because let a regular person assault someone, let a regular person do a hit and run, let a regular person do tax evasion and all this stuff. Let them do that. They're going to be thrown under the jail, right? So, but when it comes to famous people, for some reason, sometimes they are let off the hook. So, do you all think that they're actually going to face, or they're actually going to get some sort of justice in this case, or the people that they've been scamming and ripping off? Do you think there's going to be any justice served? Do you think Lindsie Chrisley even has like a strong case if she were to take this to court and say, hey, my father was allegedly trying to extort me? Do you think she has a strong case? What do you all think? Someone said, so freaking gross. That's so sick. Mommy Peanut said, what did I miss? I'm going to give you a little update on what we've been chatting about. We've been chatting about all the tea, girl. Someone said, I can't even jaywalk. Money, money, money. That is so true. You can literally get a ticket for jaywalking. You can jaywalk and get a ticket. You can park in the wrong spot as a regular person and get a ticket. But let a famous person do something super screwed up, they can get let off the hook, no charge. So super sick. So Mommy Peanut, just to kind of recap, and I'm going to close out pretty soon. We've been on here for about 40 minutes or approaching on 40 minutes pretty soon. Mommy Peanut, I was just talking about an update in this entire Chrisley family drama. So just to recap, Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley, they have pled not guilty to a lot of felony charges, including, tax evasion, wire fraud, stuff like that. And Todd suspected his daughter, Lindsie, which is from his first marriage. He suspected that Lindsie Chrisley is the one that actually leaked or snitched to the police about all of their wrongdoing. So because he thought like that, he allegedly said that he was going to extort her. And her half-brother also said that he was allegedly going to extort her by releasing a adult tape that she did with Bachelorette star Robby Hayes. Robby Hayes has spoken out and said that it wasn't it wasn't like an intentional tape. They didn't set the camera up and try to intentionally film themselves. They were actually just caught on a puppy camera at their friend's house. So that security camera that was in the house was actually just meant to monitor the animal in the house, the pets, the dogs and stuff like that. But they were actually caught on tape, doing adult stuff, and they did not know that the tape was there. So Robby Hayes was saying that it was not like an adult tape they were trying to sell. It wasn't anything like that. It was just a freak accident, and they didn't know that they were actually on tape. Now, the sick part is Todd and his Lindsay's brother saying that they were going to actually allegedly, send that tape out publicly because they thought that Lindsie is the one that told police about all their illegal actions. So that is what we've been talking about pretty much. I've compared this situation to Janelle Evans and David Eason when they were going through a lot of stuff in regards to trying to get their kids back and how they didn't like the judge they had. So they requested a new judge, and it's alleged that the new judge, what they liked them and that they actually knew that new judge and knew them personally. And before you knew it, they had their kids back. And I was just saying, in the event that, Todd and Julie is found guilty, I hope that they actually get, the sentence that they are supposed to receive. Because I see a lot of famous people, such as like Janelle and David, sometimes they get off the hook in regards to a lot of things just because they have a little bit of fame and a little bit of money. So in this Chrisley family situation, I'm hoping that if they're found guilty, that they do have to face their punishment, or whatever consequences that comes along with a guilty conviction. So, and I also compared it to Farrah Abraham and Michael Abraham, because as we all know, Todd Chrisley has been super weird towards his daughters. He's had super weird relationships with his daughters. And the fact that he's saying that allegedly he wants to take that tape and send it out and stuff like that, people are saying and speculating, well, did he watch that tape? Did her brother watch the tape? And I said, well, in regards to Farrah Abraham, when she had first did her adult tape, her father, her biological father, Michael Abraham, went with her to negotiate the money for her to receive after selling her adult tape. And I said, well, I wonder, was Todd Chrisley's relationship like that with Lindsie Chrisley? We don't know that. So we can only speculate on a lot of things. I'm going to definitely keep my ear to the ground in regards to this entire case. Like I said, my heart goes out to Lindsie. Prayers for her. I hope she stays strong. I'm going to read this chat a little bit, and then after that, I'm going to kind of wrap up this live stream. I'm so happy that I was able to talk to you all today. Someone said, look at Harvey Weinstein. Oh, that's for sure. Someone said, autocorrect. Okay, yes, definitely. Autocorrect is just a bad thing. Someone said, yeah, she's really beautiful, both inside and out. Someone said, yeah, that's disgusting. Someone said, wow, Farrah brought her dad. Yes, I did a video on that on my main channel. If you want to go check it out. I believe I titled it like shocking news in regards to like Michael Abraham and Farrah Abraham. Yes, she brought her dad to those negotiations for her contract to get money for her tape. She did. Sick. Someone said, Dooney just, dang, this is just popping up for me now. Make sure you hit that like. Oh, thank you so much, Rosa Studios. Hit that like, sub, and smack the bell. Yes, everyone. Thank you all so much. I'm going to wrap it up. My phone is blowing up. Every time I get on a live stream, my phone blows up. Thank you all so much. If you are new here, thank you for tuning in. I welcome everyone to my channel where we can come here and comfortably talk about topics, without getting mean, without getting nasty. You all are wonderful in the chat. You guys are expressing your opinions without getting rude and nasty with one another, and that's amazing and it's mature. So I thank all of you for tuning in to my live stream. There will be more live streams to come because I definitely want to connect with you all on that personal level. So thank you all so much. TJS, you're amazing. Rosa Studios are amazing. I saw Eric Luna, you're amazing. Those are just some of my moderators. If you want to be a moderator, comment on any one of my videos on my channel and say, hey, Yasmin, can you make me a moderator? I love your content. I will definitely make you a moderator, and I'll comment below once I do that. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out my main channel. There's more tea to be spilling, honey. Thank you all so much. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. See ya.